Hi, everybody. We're continuing to track Hurricane Douglas. The system still a Category 1 hurricane with 90-mile-an-hour winds still at the surface. Now, the impacts are starting to come through across the island chain right now. Let's take a look at the rainfall that we're expecting to see as we progress this through. We're anticipating widespread, very heavy rainfall to come through. I'll show you the future radar in just a moment, but let's take a look at actually the current radar because, again, the widespread, the heavy showers, those are already coming through at this moment. And for right now, the rainfall that we've actually seen, especially for Big Island, really was not impressive and nothing too heavy or widespread. Maui County, on the other hand, though, we are seeing the more widespread showers. Now, the heaviest of the rainfall that we're anticipating has yet to come, but the widespread rainfall is coming through. We have seen some stronger gusts reported at some of our data sensors. Let's take a look at the main data sensors that have been clocking in with some fairly strong wind speeds. Nothing too crazy right now with winds up to 26 miles an hour in Lihue. They just clocked in 22 for Kahului, 26 for Lanai, and 21-mile-an-hour winds over in Molokai, 16 for Honolulu. Now, we're expecting island by island. I'll go by and let you know exactly what we're anticipating for each portion of the island chain, but we are expecting the threat of very heavy rainfall to continue to ramp up across the state, and especially for the western end of the state. Portions like Kauai and Oahu and Maui County currently under a hurricane warning. Now, we're going to be seeing the hurricane force winds coming through, it looks like, in the next few hours. Now, for Hawaii Island, it does look like you've seen the brunt of the storm. It does look like Hawaii Island is out of the woods. We saw some rainfall. We were expecting 2 to 4 inches, and that was pretty much the case for the majority of the island. Some areas, especially the southern portion, only are expecting that additional 1 inch of rainfall. No storm surge was forecast there, and we could have seen gusts up to 30, but we really didn't see too much of an uptick in the wind speeds. Now, as the next couple of hours progress, though, we are expecting very strong wind speeds coming through from Maui County and, again, the rest of the western end of the state. Through the windward sides of Maui, Haiku, Hana, Kipahulu, we're looking at winds potentially consistently to 60 miles an hour, gusts to 85, with rain falling at rates or accumulations 3 to 6 inches, and we're looking at storm surge 2 feet above ground. As for the central portion of Maui, Kahului area, we're looking at winds consistently to 45 miles an hour, gusts to 60, rainfall potentially up to 6 inches with storm surge 2 feet above the ground. As for the leeward sections of Maui, Lahaina area, we're looking at consistent winds to 55 miles an hour, gusts to 85 with rainfall up to 6 inches and storm surge about 2 feet above ground. Now, when the Central Pacific Hurricane Center puts out their numbers and the numbers that we're anticipated to see with the forecast rainfall and all of the hazards, the impacts, they put out one that's pretty much worst case scenario and then the other that we're expecting to see. Now, the numbers I'm showing you are the ones that are forecast, that we're expected to see if the system continues on the track that it is forecast to be on right now and continues on the intensity with, again, it's still maintaining that Cat 1 strength throughout the time that it passes through. So we're looking at winds up to about 45 miles an hour for Lanai, gusts to 50, rainfall up to 6 inches. And then for windward Molokai, very breezy conditions. We're looking at not only just consistent winds to 65 miles an hour, and breezy is the biggest understatement of the morning. I mean, we are looking at hurricane force conditions, potentially gusts to 100 miles an hour. Now, we're going to be seeing the Halawa Valley area expecting rainfall of up to 8 inches with storm surge about 1 foot above ground. As for the leeward sides of Molokai, we're going to be seeing winds up to about 55 miles an hour consistently, potentially gusts to 85 miles an hour. And again, especially with the gusts, that's when we can see a lot of damage. The topography is really going to be influencing the wind speeds that we see for some areas across the island chain. So that's when we can get the very blustery conditions. Windward Oahu, consistent winds to 60, 90 is the gusts that we're expecting. Rainfall up to 8 inches, and then storm surge we're looking at up to 3 feet above what we regularly would see. So taking a look, the west side of Oahu, storm surge 2 feet, and we're looking at rainfall up to 8 inches, consistent winds 65 with wind gusts 95 mile an hour wind gusts. Very impressive wind speeds that are coming through, very destructive wind speeds. So this is not surprising. It's pretty much what was forecast. It was looking like through the last couple of days, and unfortunately the system hasn't pushed north as we would have liked it to, at least not as far north as we would have liked it to. Winds 60 miles an hour forecast for the Lihue, Poipu, Wailua, Haena area. 90-mile-an-hour gusts. We're looking at rain falling up to about 8 inches. And then for other portions of Kauai, we're talking now the mountains, Koke'e State Park and Mount Waialeale. Of course, the wettest spot on the planet. We're looking at rainfall up to 10 inches over there, with winds potentially gusting up to 85 miles an hour. And not expecting, of course, storm surge over there, because that was the forecast for the mountains.